Hello everyone, my name is Uhai. Metric number is 251211. The topic of our service learning is managing your personal finance. Personal finance is a term that covers managing your money as well as saving and investing. It encompasses budgeting, banking, insurance, investments, retirement planning, and tax and estate planning. For the ongoing problem of the community partners, from the finding of the service by Malaysia Young and Sports Ministry, its aim shows that the largest number of youngs are lacking of financial knowledge and planning due to the high living cost and low income in Malaysia. Besides, the finding also points that the reason of lacking financial literacy among the young is common usage of e-wallets. Furthermore, most of our youngsters start their university life without having been exclusively responsible for their personal finance. The objective of our service learning are to increase the depth of understanding about the webinar content and to create effective communication about financial information. Our target community partners are fresh graduate students and workers at the age of 20 to 25. The table shows that the detail of our target community partners.
Now I will be presenting the service learning process. The first process that we done is discussing with our group member on the topic that we need to choose. After a few debates, we have decided to proceed with the personal finance because we think that this topic is suitable for people who struggle in managing their income and looking for the correct answer on how to solve it, especially the youth. After deciding on the topic, we assign the task and set an internet date to make sure the service learning proceeds smoothly. Next, before we proceed to our webinar, we have conducted a survey to our community partner in a Google form so that we can know their understanding on how to manage their personal finance. The question that has been asked in the questionnaire is more about the understanding on how to manage their income and their current lifestyle. Next, our team agreed to conduct our webinar on 9 January 2022 at 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. by using the Zoom meeting. However, the team need to be prepared at 8:30 p.m. to get ready for the webinar. There will be 10 of our community partners for our service learning. Due to some problems, we began our service learning around 10 past 9 after all the community partners joined in the Zoom meeting. During the webinar, we explained the important topic in personal finance to our community partner. For the first slot, we decided to explain the definition of the personal finance. Our speaker Uhani is explaining about the concept of managing your money, saving, and investing. Furthermore, she also separates the personal finance to 5 categories, which are protection, income, saving, investment, and spending to make more easier for understanding. Next, our speaker Huang Yu continue explaining about the level of personal finance. There are 5 stages provided, which are full financial dependency, financial solvency, financial stability, scroll your monies, and financial freedoms. Speaker explained about it is definitely not easy to travel through all stages. Therefore, our community partners need to keep their eyes on the destination and start their goals today to achieve the financial freedoms. Next, I will be in charge of explaining the 10 strategy planning, which are the best practice and tips for personal finance. Financial planning use forecasts to provide insight into future financial capacity. After the deeper understanding about the 10 strategy planning, our community able to be in control of their incomes, expenses, and also the investments. Next, our speaker Aina continue explaining about the importance of personal finance, included ensuring that our community partner meet their money needs, offering a better financial understanding to them, growing their asset, and so on. Last but not least, our group member Aisha is showing our community partner how to record their daily expenses and income in Excel template. Aisha recommends some spending tracker application that can found in Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Also, she advised community partner to be more disciplined to keep record and out there to avoid over budget. At the end of the webinar, we have a photo session as the evidence of our service learnings. Next, we also interact with our community partner by account sections to find out their understanding about the personal finance. We provide the room number to allow them enter the games, and the result of the game play is quite good. This shows that they really understand about the contents of webinar. After the webinar is completed, we distributed another link to our community partner for answering the questionnaire. All the question is based on the webinar itself and related to understanding of personal finance. In the last step, we collect the feedback and suggestion from all the community partner.
Berdasarkan webinar yang dilakukan, saya memperolehi banyak pendedahan berkaitan dengan cara-cara untuk menguruskan kewangan saya. Selain itu juga, saya juga berpendapat bahawa speaker sangat macam menarik dan bahasa yang digunakan juga mudah untuk difahami.
Who joined the sharing. Okay, I would like to share my feedback. Okay, based on my opinion, this topic quite interesting and useful for me as I'm a worker right now. This is because I know how to spend my money, how to saving, how to manage my income. And one more thing, I just learned from the sharing that for financial income also got apps can help us to manage our income. So I think that's all my feedback. So this is a very useful sharing and good sharing. Thank you for sharing us about this, and the way the speakers deliver the message also very good.
After attending this event, I understand that personal finance is really very important. We need to save money every month, control our spending desire properly, and don't let it excite your earning capacity. When making a budget for personal finance, you can divide it into three parts. The first one is necessary expenses, the next one is insignificant expenses, and the last one is unnecessary expenses. So you should have a clear idea of each of your expenses so that you can set aside some of income for savings or investment later. We need to constantly adjust our financial planning according to our different stages.
By learning the above knowledge about personal finance, I have added many incomplete knowledge accept and learned many related investment and financial knowledge, which we need to apply to the actual life of investment. I will develop a financial plan of my own, not only to save money, but also to develop my own financial management ability and plan management ability.
Okay, hi, I will be explain about the feedback of our service learning. Our group have provided two questionnaire that is before the webinar and after. For the question that we ask is the understanding on how to manage their income. The results show that 54.5% of them understand their income while 27.3 and 18.2 do not understand it very well. We also ask them about their frequently spending their money for unnecessary items, and most of them answer they are frequently spending the money for the unnecessary item that they buy. Next, we also ask them on how much that they have saved and spent their money so that we can share the knowledge of saving and manage their personal income. The amount of spending for the community partner is quite high as there are 45.5% of them spend their money more than 1,000 per month, while the highest amount that they have saved is 36.4% that is above 500 per month. After the webinar, we asked our community partners to fill out another questionnaire that are more focused on the result of their understanding. So based on this figure, it shows that all of our targeted community partners are fully understand that the importance of personal finance. They are learning on how to manage their own money through the webinar by devices as a budget, limit the debt, consider their family. For the next question, all the targeted community partners answer yes. This is because through the webinar, they able to understand the level of personal finance and the importance of personal finance. By understanding it, they are able to control their expenses by minimize the financial impact in their ongoing life. Other than that, we will also ask the feedback of our webinar. 80% of them are satisfied and think our webinar is helpful to them. In conclusion, this webinar has successfully educated our community partners on managing their personal finance.
Hello everyone, my name is Huang Yu, metric number 251216. I will explain about the importance of personal finance. The university period is a prime time to learn personal finance management and an important stage for university students to form proper consumption concepts and habits. However, in reality, many university students do not realize the importance of financial management for university students. Money management is vital to us, especially as some students do not know exactly where money should be spent and how it should be allocated rationally, and have a very thick sense of financial management, which highlights the importance of personal finance to us, the theme of our activity. The first one is choosing to learn about money management and planning can make their lives more disciplined during their time at university. University students, usually 20 years old, as usually not able to manage their living expenses well as they do not have much experience in life and money management. The second one is learning financial planning can make them more competitive in the future. When university students come to work and live in society after their studies, and this is a time when they have to plan adequately for themselves. By this time, they have gone from being university students to working adults with a real income and need to rely on their ability to invest their money to ensure that their assets retain their value. The next one is cultivate a good consumption concept. College students are easily influenced by their surroundings and spend a lot of to satisfy their desire to buy. Learning personal finance can control their desire to buy and spend their money in the right place. As long as they can develop good financial habits and spend rationally, this is the greatest benefit and the purpose of college students' financial management. Next is can regulate the balance of income and expenditure. In life, we often spend more than we earn and have expenses that are greater than or equal to our income, which creates an imbalance between income and expenditure and makes it difficult to save reserve funds. Early learning of personal finance and financial planning is very important to us. For the fifth is effective in avoiding economic risks. In real life, everyone will encounter financial risks. Personal financial planning can reduce the losses caused by such risks to a certain extent. For the final one is improving living standards. Of course, the ultimate goal of financial management is to improve the standard of living. Everyone wants to live a better life. To achieve this cannot be achieved without money, so it's important to have financial planning in advance. So in summary, it's very important to learn how to manage personal finance to address the current consumption and financial problems of university students. They should make reasonable consumption and investment plans. Our activity is to guide our friends to learn more about financial management and help them to establish a correct concept of consumption and financial management. For everyone, it's important to take the initiative to learn about spending and money management. Although university students face more financial constraints, we can still learn more about financial management and the importance of personal finance. Thank you, everyone.
Next, I will explain about our limitations during the service learning. Firstly, we are unable to meet together with all of our community partners due to the problem because few of our community partners are from China, and we prefer to conduct our service learning face-to-face because offline interactions will have a better understanding and also it's a better for our community partners to understand about our slide and our presentations regarding manage your personal finance.
Moreover, we have a problem with the internet connection during our service learning because sometimes our connections wasn't working well, and also some of our community partner experienced with lagging and poor internet connections due to the differentiation, because some of them are from China, so this will result in a slowing progress for our service learning. Lastly, due to the online service, we are unable to get their full attention during the talk. This is because most of our community partner doesn't open the camera, so we doesn't know whether they are paying attention to our presentations or not. And that's all for our limitations during the service learning.
Next is suggestions for us to improve our service learning that we got from community partners and also from the team. So firstly, we should interact more with our community partners because we are lack of interaction with the audience. This is because we are tend to present the slides compared to interact with them or explain in details to the community partners. Next, we should provide more information regarding personal finance because the slides of the service learning only explain about basic things regarding manage your personal finance, which we could add in details for personal finance such as on how to calculate car loans and home loans. So this will give a good exposure to the community partners for their knowledge and for their future. Lastly, for the time limit, the team would like to suggest to do the service learning within an hour to ensure that we could give more details regarding a personal finance, and also we could interact more with our audience within the time limit, and also if there are any questions from our community partner, we could answer to them so they will understand more about our topic and also about on how to manage their expenses and their income. That's all for the suggestions. Thank you.